This is Jonathan Agoff here for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm delighted to have with me for the first time John Fury here in London to announce Tommy Fury's big fight stateside. John, a great opportunity for Tommy. First of all, how are you doing?
First of all, I'm glad to meet you and nice to do an interview with you for the first time. I hope you do very well in your business. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. We're doing Tommy, Jake Paul thing. You know, it's all about getting Tommy out there. He's stateside on the 28th. He's making his debut there, and it's all about a preliminary fight, so the Americans can have a look at him and move on to Jake Paul.
First of all, great to meet you too, and I appreciate those words. Yeah, I mean, what an opportunity. He's well known here within boxing and outside of boxing, but this really gives him the opportunity to get his name out. I mean, the Fury name is obviously well known in the US, but for him to establish himself out there.
Yes, Tommy, you know, he's got some big boots to fill in Tyson, and those boots can never be filled, because what Tyson's done in America is second to none. It'll never be equalled in my book. But yet, Tommy's doing his thing out there on a different platform. He's dealing with a YouTuber and an ex-MMA fighter, so it's on a different platform, but you know what, it's all good stuff. But this thing with Tommy in America will be as big as some massive world title fights, because it generates a lot of interest, brings a wider audience. You know, it's all good stuff, and we're going to embrace it with both hands. We've not left a stone unturned. He's put a marvellous training camp in. He's going to go out there and make Britain proud of him in America by stopping this nugget inside of a minute or two.
How proud are you of how Tommy deals with this pressure? Every fight he gets criticism, this opponent, that opponent, but he seems to just take it all in his stride. Nothing seems to faze him on camera, but you must be proud of the way he's handling this.
Listen, I don't only train Tommy's body, I train his mind as well, because at 22 years old, in the position he's in today, you've got to train your mind as much as your body. And I say to him every day, tunnel visioned, enjoy everything. If you're looking at things as pressure, you'll fail. If you enjoy what you do, even the interviews, the talking, the cameras, the pressure, the ring walk, the crowd screaming, you've got to enjoy it and embrace it. And if you can't do that, you're never going to be anything, because all that comes part and parcel of the job. And he's doing it because I've trained him to do it. Me, I can do it. An old man, so he can do it as well, because I trained him to do it. He's my son. So what I can do, he can do. And what does fathers do best? Pass on their knowledge to their children. And that's what I've done with mine, passed it on, and they're handling it very, very well and taking it to another level, might I say.
You've said in previous interviews, if you didn't believe that Tommy couldn't become a world champion, you wouldn't train him.
Absolutely not, because he's a good-looking kid. There's a future in Tommy in other fields, not just boxing. You know, he could have a modelling job, the position he's in now, he could make films or something, you know, he's got some big deals on the table outside of boxing, which he's doing now, you know. But like I say, I would not want to get him butchered and get his face destroyed by conventional boxing if I didn't think he could pick up a world title. You know, he's got a lot of ability for where he's at in his career, you know, and we've been polishing it. He loves to fight, because I said, the minute you don't like this, tell me, it's over. You know, he said, Dad, I want to win some form of a world title. I want to follow in Tyson's footsteps. He said, reality TV is one thing, he said. It's all good, the glitz and glamour. He said, but the main thing for me is winning some kind of a title at world level. He said, that's my aim, that's my mission, and I'm going to keep trying. And he says to me every day, thank you for assisting me in what I do. You know, and as long as he wants it, I want it. When they don't want it, I don't want it.
What do you make of this talk between him and Jake Paul? It seems to be going on a while on social media. What do you make of it?
People enjoy it, don't they? So there's going to be a lot of it, because they enjoy it, people. But yeah, it's all good. Fans love it. It puts bums on seats, and that's what it's all about. It's a business, isn't it? And it's an enjoyable business, because they're bringing a different audience. All the young girls, young boys, old people, young people, wherever they're from in the world, looking at Tommy Fury and Jake Paul. And he's playing a good part. Jake Paul, good luck to him. Tommy's playing a good part as well. So yeah, it's making for a good, exciting date in America at some point.
Do you anticipate that happening potentially next?
Well, we don't know, you know, because it's all up to the powers that be. You've got Frank Warren here, you've got Jake Paul's people on Showtime. They've got to put it together. But let me tell you, it's pretty close. And if it wasn't going to happen, I wouldn't waste my time with all of this, would I? You know, because I'm not interested in fighting some ex-MMA fighter in America. That don't do it for me. But we've got to go over there. We've got to do our stuff. It's all part and parcel of the business. But it's all about Tommy and Jake Paul at the end of it, or else I wouldn't bother with it.
What can we expect from Tommy on fight night?
Knockout. Sensational knockout. He's going to look great. He's going to stay over there for a week. He's going to enjoy America, meet a lot of American people, because I love the American people. It's a great nation, and it's a good experience for him being out there. Not only boxing, just to mingle with the American people. Broadens his outlook.
And just a couple more, John, because I know you're heading back up north. We have a date for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, the trilogy, October 9th. How is Tyson and what are you expecting from this trilogy fight, John?
Well, I'm here now. You know, he's doing 4 or 5 weeks over here. We'll see how it goes, but we're going to put some mantras working, get his head right, because his head wasn't right over there before. He said he had a good camp, you know, but there's too many people around him, almost 60 people at a time in a gym. Never heard of such thing in my life. But listen, with me around, he's got to do it right, and I'm the only man alive that's going to tell him straight, and I can do that, because everybody else will blow smoke up his arse for the money, because they don't want sacking, so they're going to let him take the reins. I'm going to sit down with him in a few days' time and say, Tyson, I want you to listen to me very, very carefully. And I know he will, because his life's at stake and his future. And I believe when we get it right, to sit down and do it positively and properly, there's no heavyweight in the world can beat Tyson Fury, now or the future.
That said, how dangerous still is Deontay Wilder?
Listen, he's probably the hardest hitting one-punch man still in the world. I don't like him. He's a horrible person. He's a spoil sport. He's a liar. But there's one thing he can do, he can punch. And if you go to sleep on the job, you're going to feel the power. And, you know, but we're not about to take anything like that. Tyson's going to, well, I'm not going to give too much away. All I'm going to say, slip and slide, flattened. Steamrolled, ironed out, done for. Deontay's career will be over and done and dusted. You'll hear no more of the bronze bomber. The bronze plonker, you'll hear plenty of, because he'll be coming out with more shite after he gets steamrolled again. But listen, people like that, they're never going to be anything great, are they? Because they've got the wrong temperament, the wrong personality. They think the shite don't stink. But let me tell you, his shite stinks like the rest of us. And believe me, Tyson's going to prove that when he knocks him cold and dead spark out and he goes away with the stretcher applied to his person. Do we need to say any more?
Well, John, I appreciate your time today. Great to meet you.
Great. You know, I really hope you do well with your job. There's a lot of competition out there, but you're very good at your job, and good luck with it. And every time I see you, I will assist you.
Appreciate it, John. Best of luck.
Good luck.
Take care, John. Thank you.